When time steals our years away, shall steal our pleasures too. The memory of the past will stay, and half our joys renew.
Hello and welcome. We're here at x.com and the profile of Ariel, and I thought I would just read this very interesting post from Matthew 20:16. My take: the first shall be last and the last shall be first. Look around you. Who are the ones that prospered the most by playing the game? The politicians, the celebrities, the athletes, the drug dealers, the corporate CEO, the socialites, the cool kids. Who are the ones that came last by not playing the game? The bookworm, the quiet one, the caring one, the considerate one, the nerd, the Christian, the trusting one, the conservative, the religious one, the virgin, the good friend. Whoever was outside of the bubbles that came with these aspects of society, you were considered lame. You were deemed an outcast, someone not to be taken seriously, someone that is walked over and not held in any high regard. Why? Because you cared too much. You thought about other people. You were not selfish. You were not greedy. You were not power hungry. You were the good friend, the one who put others before your own desires, and you were abused for it, shamed for it. You were the fifth wheel. Is this not the case now? What happened when you said something that happened was an inside job? What happened when you voted for Trump in 2016? What happened when you didn't support the BLM and Antifa riots? What happened when you refused to get vaccinated in 2020? What happened when you challenged the 2020 election results? What happened when you supported Palestine and not Israel in the Hamas attacks? You were not selfish enough to take on the persona that came with fully embracing the role you had to play in order to survive being at the top or going along with the crowd or whatever cost, even if it meant selling your soul. When the Christ consciousness returns, you will be put first. Why? Because your sacrifice to allow those to prosper at your expense by humbling yourself to a world and realizing your power was not to step on your brethren to get ahead is the embodiment of spiritual principles required to enter a kingdom that celebrates that divinity. Philippians 2:3-4 NIV. Do nothing out of selfish ambition or vain conceit. Rather, in humility, value others above yourselves, not looking to your own interests, but each of you to the interests of the others. Is this not what the New Jerusalem would require in all of us? Isn't this the real reason why you would want Christ consciousness to return? What do you think Tartaria was built on? Greed, self-service, ego, narcissism? Of course not. You grew in your compassion and in your consciousness. Your mistakes became smaller and smaller until you completely put them in the hand of God and let yourself be led by Him. Under the direction of God, your mind is cleansed and you become one with His Spirit and mission. You no longer viewed yourself as a stepping stone to someone else who then turned around and threw them at you out of amusement for a circle of people who did not value anything about you. Proverbs 3:5-6 NIV. Trust in the Lord with all your heart and lean not on your own understanding. In all your ways submit to Him and He will make your paths straight. Christ knew this world was rigged to morally and spiritually bankrupt to exclude His followers, to undermine them and use their goodwill against them. They couldn't imagine themselves submitting to the will, the evil of material and monetary world to get ahead. But many have succumbed to its allure and have abandoned everything about the true testament of what faith is. It tells you in Matthew 19:30 and 20 16, as well as in Mark 10:31. It is that those who are humble and meek will be elevated, while those who are proud and self-important will be humbled. Look at the list above again. This is why you were chosen for a time like this. Aren't they of the world? In the context of the passages in which it is found, the phrase is often used to describe how God will reward those who follow him, and how those who are considered great in the eyes of the world will not necessarily be great in the eyes of God. The service to self world is dying. God is pulling you out of this simulation that exalts the unholy above the soul who values God's word above the rewards that come from the man of sin of this world. You cannot be bought or compromised with money or gifts. You are clean in spirit. You shall be put first in this new world. You have served in righteousness. The service to others world is being born. It's not obvious because the material world is so loud. The distractions are so prevalent. But he says, hold fast for that which is good. Do not cast pearl to swine, meaning don't share things with people who do not want to hear. In the emergence of the service to others world, the essence of compassion and empathy is fundamental. It's a realm where the resonance of collective consciousness intertwines, creating a tapestry of interconnected souls attuned to the vibrancy of love and understanding. As this paradigm shift unfolds, the subtle whisper of inner truth guides those who seek to foster genuine connections and foster a harmonious existence. Are you ready for this new world? Amid the clamour of the material world, the call to preserve the sanctity of the soul remains resolute. It beckons the discerning heart to safeguard the purity of intention, to shield the wisdom and insights born of introspection. The metaphorical caution to do not cast pearls to swine serves as a poignant reminder to cherish and share sacred knowledge, light and wisdom with those receptive to its transformative power, the dawn of renewed spirits. Well, I hope you found that interesting. Please like, share, subscribe and follow at jamesrendell17 on x.com and on the other platforms that you're watching on. I appreciate everyone who watches these videos. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye bye.
Cuando el tiempo que nos roba los años nos robe también los placeres, el recuerdo del pasado se quedará y la mitad de nuestras alegrías se renovará. When time, who steals our years away, shall steal our pleasures too, the memory of the past will stay and half our joys renew. Then talk no more of future gloom, but our joy shall always last, for hope shall brighten days to come and memory gild the past. Entonces no hables más de la tristeza futura, nuestras alegrías siempre durarán, porque la esperanza iluminará los días venideros y la memoria adoró el pasado.